and welcome back to the most amazing top 10 channel on the internet. I am your host Rebecca Felgate, and today we're back talking about scary dentist stories. Now you guys loved part 1 so much, I am giving you a part 2. Here, by the way, is a picture of a calculus bridge. If you guys find that too much, you probably shouldn't watch the rest of this video. Before we get into the video, I want to ask you guys if you have ever had any scary dental work done. Do you have any scary dentist stories? Do let me know all of them in the comments section down below. I had 2 root canals once and that was pretty scary. Also, while you're down there, why don't you like this video and share it with a friend, and if you guys want to connect with me on social media, there is a link to my Instagram in the description box. Okay, coming in at number 10 we have Cyanide Tooth. This is more of a scary dental urban legend, but I am going in for it. During World War II, rumour has it that high-ranking Nazi officials and Russian spies had fake molars installed into their mouths by illicit dentists. Now these were in order to conceal cyanide pills. Cyanide of course is a poison, and these pills in theory were installed so that if a person was captured, they could commit suicide. This would basically be a safety net in case they were captured and tortured, forced to give information to the enemy, or perhaps even imprisoned or threatened to be killed by the opposing side. Nazi Heinrich Himmler famously bit into a cyanide pill in custody. Whether or not he had a tablet hidden in a false tooth is another question. Nonetheless, spy teeth were real. Here are some examples from a museum. Honestly, ugh. Coming in at number 9 we have the fake dentist. A woman in Georgia pretended to be a dentist for 7 years. Without a license, she pulled teeth, applied braces, added fillings and crowns, and prescribed prescription drugs. It seems that 47-year-old Krista Suchek was practicing without a license and managed to leave behind her a slew of injured patients. One dental patient, David Marsh, was forced to have emergency surgery on a tennis ball sized ulcer in his neck that he developed days after visiting the fraudster's dental practice. The woman's husband was a former deputy sheriff of the town she practiced in, which is why it took so long for her fraudulent activities to be discovered. Coming in at number 8 we have a story of revenge. How far have you gone for revenge? Probably not as far as this dentist from Warklaw in Poland. In 2012 it was reported by the Daily Mail and a host of other news publications that a woman removed all of her ex-boyfriend's teeth. Anna Makowiak used a heavy dose of anesthetic when Marek Olswick visited her practice when he was suffering toothache. Why you would go to your ex if they were a dentist, I honestly don't know. I guess this story is a good reason not to. It seems that Miss Makowiak removed all of the 45-year-old's teeth amid a moment of madness. When he awoke from the procedure, his mouth was bandaged and numb. Only when he got home did he realise that he had no teeth. The woman said, "I tried being professional and to detach myself from my emotions, but when I saw him lying there, I just thought, what a bastard." Honestly, it's not an excuse. You can't go around removing everyone's teeth. It's not acceptable. Okay, short, sweet, and totally disgusting at number 7, we are talking moldy dentures. Okay, this story was posted on Reddit by Pokemon. They responded to a thread that asked dentists of Reddit what the grossest thing they ever found was. They wrote, "My dad is a dentist. He pulled out a patient's dentures and they were covered in mold." Blah. The patient was wearing moldy dentures. That is so disgusting. Finding mold in a mug that I leave out on my desk over the weekend makes me feel gross, but moldy teeth, like, mate, it has gone wrong. I get that maybe they were old and unable to look after their teeth properly, but someone should be helping them. I also just googled what this might look like, and I mean, I guess warning, look away right now if you're squeamish. That's all I have to say, and that's not even a thing, it's a sound. Okay, let's take a break from the heavy stuff for just one number and deal with some good old fashioned embarrassment. At number 6 we have fire drill drool. Sure, gammy teeth, procedures gone wrong, and deadly dentists are scary, but in terms of real life, more likely to happen kind of horror stories, this is horrifying. In a BuzzFeed post about awkward things that have happened to people at the dentist, one reader wrote this scare fest of a scenario. They said, "I was having a root canal done at a campus dental clinic. Midway through the procedure, they had a fire drill, so the dentist had to stop and evacuate the building. I spent the next 20 minutes standing outside, mouth numb and full of packing, and looking like a drooling mess." Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I can literally imagine that happening to me. It's something that definitely would. I did once accidentally get a glove surgically glued to my head, so, you know, I feel for you. I'm really sorry, poor dentist goer. I hope things get better. Okay, getting very real again. At number 5, we have an infection death. Sure, we may have had some scary dental stories, but not going to the dentist can be even scarier. Let me tell you the sad story of Vadim Kondratyuk, a 26-year-old truck driver from Sacramento. Vadim had 2 young children and a wife when he died on a long-haul truck drive across the states from complications with an infected tooth. He was driving across the country from New York to California when his tooth started aching, and finally he went to a dentist in Oklahoma who gave him antibiotics. Sadly, it was too late and the infection had already spread. After he made his delivery in New York, he felt he could not drive home to his wife and kids. Attempting to fly back home, he made it to Utah before he was rushed to hospital. Unfortunately, the infection spread to his blood and lungs and he died in hospital. Coming into number 4, we have Lavina. In Huntington, West Virginia, the dental practice of Dr. William Grimes has become a popular spot for ghost hunters. The dental office is said to be haunted by the ghost of an 11-year-old girl thought to be called Lavina. Dr. Grimes bought the property on 20th Street, and soon after he converted it into a dental practice, the little girl started to show up. The dentist said he got his first proper look at her as he climbed a staircase, but by then he already had over 20 encounters with her spirit. He has since painted a picture of her. Do you want to see what she looks like? Like honestly, terrifying, and I wonder how she feels about the painting. A number of patients have refused to even return to Dr. Grimes' practice for fear of being haunted by the child, although he says the haunting has made others more keen, so swings and roundabouts and little girl ghosts, I guess. Coming into number 3, we have Nitrous Oxide. In 2007, a former dentist was finally caught and sentenced for abusing a 14-year-old who visited his dental practice. David E. Fuster had a dental practice in Old Georgetown Road in Montgomery, USA, but he fled the country for around 4 years. Fuster was examining a child who was the niece of a regular patient. The aunt was said to have left the dental practice and left the girl in her trusted dentist's care when the procedure took longer than anticipated. The dentist had agreed to drop the girl off later. It seemed he used nitrous oxide to dope his victim and then led her to a couch in his office where he raped her. The dentist was sentenced to 20 years in prison but fled the country and lived in Mexico until, luckily, he was tracked down by police. Coming into number 2, we have too much anesthetic. The wrong dose of anesthetic can absolutely kill you. 3 people lost their lives when they were administered unsafe levels of anesthesia during botched dental procedures. In 1983, a dentist addicted to narcotics killed 2 women and a teenager and harmed a handful of other patients while he was high. Californian dentist Dr. Tony Protopappas was under the influence when he injected 23-year-old Kim Anderson, 31-year-old Catherine Jones, and 13-year-old Patricia Craven. They had fatal doses of the anesthetic, leading to their deaths in 1982 and 1983. The Orange County dentist deflected blame and was sentenced to 15 years to life in jail. He was eventually paroled after serving 25 years. Okay, so some of these have been pretty horrifying, and I wanted to end this list not necessarily with the scariest in terms of ghosts or corrupt dentists, but instead with something just really freaky. Record-breakingly freaky. Coming into number 1, we have 232 teeth. Have you ever had a tooth pulled? It's pretty painful, right? I guess when you have anesthetic it's kind of fine, but afterwards it hurts. Imagine having not 1, not 2, not 100, not 200, but 232 teeth removed. What is this? This all happened in one sitting, and the teenager involved is, I guess, kind of a toothy hero. Indian teen Ashik Gavai had complained of toothache for over 18 months. The ache eventually led to a swelling in his jaw. Local dentists in the Amravati region couldn't diagnose what was wrong, so instead he went to a local hospital with a dental unit. Here doctors found that the swelling was actually filled with tooth-like tumours made from enamel and dentin. It took a whole team of dentists 7 hours to remove 232 extra teeth from the swelling. Do you want to hear a gross quote from one of the doctors? They said at first they couldn't cut out the tumour, so, and I quote, "we had to use the basic chisel and hammer to take them out." She added, "Once we opened it up, little pearl-like teeth started coming out one by one." Would you guys like to see the removed teeth? Blah. Nope. Here they are in a cluster. Honestly, even the word cluster regarding teeth that have been pulled makes me feel sick. Blech. So guys, that was the top 10 scary dentist stories. Wasn't this terrifying? Like, in every way that something can be terrifying. We had ghosts, we had maniac dentists, we had many teeth, and to be honest, I feel a bit sick. Guys, let me know which you found the most scary. For me, the story of the cyanide tooth is pretty interesting, but the 232 teeth have like deeply disturbed me. This hasn't made me want to go to the dentist, but honestly it is really important to look after your teeth, so please don't let this list put you off. So just before I go, I'm gonna read some comments from part 1. Delpha Lee wrote, LeMayo, I literally got this notification while I'm waiting at the dentist. It's like we knew. How are you? Still alive? Let us know. Yes, I'm Blessed wrote a scary comment. They said, we had a dentist near here who was arrested for horrific things he did purposefully to young children. One of those children was blind and deaf. He would pull teeth and give root canals to very young children. He also pulled all of their teeth for no reason. Some children suffered permanent damage. Oh my goodness, that sounds horrible. Suala Irfan said, is this only me or are you really showing more of your teeth? I don't know, maybe subconsciously, maybe talking about dentists makes me want to show you my teeth. Here they are. Teeth. Okay, I'm getting weird, so I'm gonna go. But please do leave a thumbs up on this video, share it with a friend, and let me know your scariest dental stories. What kind of scary stories should we bring you next? Let me know. I will see you guys next time. Bye!